Hello friends, welcome to Crackgate CSE, and in this series of database today we will be discussing some more previous year gate questions on ER diagram or ER model, right? So before starting this video I would like to request you all, if you have not subscribed my channel till now, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get an update whenever I am uploading any new video, right? So let's start with the first question. The first question came in GATE 2012 and first statement was given and they are asking which of this particular statement is right. So an attribute of an entity can have more than one value. What is an attribute? You know that the attribute is nothing but a column, right? Like I'm having this particular table, so this is one attribute, right? So an attribute of an entity can have more than one value. Yes, this column can have more than one value, so this one is correct. An attribute of an entity can be composite. Yes, the attribute of an entity can be composite, like name, which is composite of first name, last name and middle name also, right? So this is a composite attribute, right? Alright, no issues. So this is a composite attribute, so this one is also right. So in a row of relational table, an attribute can have more than one value. So if I talk about a particular row, right, in a row of relational table, an attribute either A or B can have more than one value. So in a particular row, if I'm having value as 1 or 2, so it is not possible in a relational table that a B is having more than one value, like 2 or 3, or A is having more than one value. So this is not allowed in relational table. So this option seems to be incorrect. So C is incorrect. In the question they ask you which one is incorrect, so C is incorrect. Let's check the fourth one also. In a row of relational table, an attribute can have exactly one value or a null value. Yes, this is right, because this may be a case where I am having null at the any attributes place, right? So C is the right option for the first question. Now say the second question. The second question came in GATE 2015. This is a minimization question, ER diagram minimization question. So in this they gave you a definition of ER diagram. So this is completely a definition of ER diagram. So let's try to draw the ER diagram simultaneously. So consider an ER model in which set E1 and E2, entity set E1 and E2 are connected by a MN relationship which is known as R12. So R12 is a relationship which is connected by M, and that is man to man relationship, and E1 and E3 are connected by 1 to N. So E1 and E3 are connected by 1 to N. So this is 1, this is N. 1 on the side of E1 and N on the side of E3. Relationship is R13, right? So this is the ER diagram. Now E1 has two single attributes. So E1 is having two single attributes. One is A11, another one is A12, out of which A11 is key. So A11 is key. Similarly, E2 has two single valued attributes, A21 and A22. A21 and A22, where A21 is a key, right? E3 has two single valued, A31 and A32, of which A31 is a key. So here I am also having A31, which is a key, and A32, right? The relationship do not have any attribute. So these relationship do not have any attribute. If a relational model is derived from this above ER diagram, then the minimum number of relations, we have to find the minimum number of relation, or we can say minimum number of tables that would be generated if all relations are in 3. Minimum number of relations in 3NF. So we have to satisfy the 3NF condition. So first of all, what I will be doing, so I will be first minimizing it. After minimizing this particular ER diagram, I will be checking whether that minimization of ER diagram is following the condition of 3NF or not. If it is following the condition of 3NF, then it is good enough. If it is not following, it is not satisfying the condition of 3NF, then we will be decomposing it into the 3NF normal form, right? So first of all, you can see that this is 1 to N, and I already told you that we can map on the many side. So these two can be formed in one table. So this will be R13 and E3, right? And the attribute will be A31, A32 along with A11 of this, right? Similarly, this is same, this is same, this is same. In R12 I will be having two attribute, right? One is A11, another one will be A21. Because there is a many to many relationship, that means none of them can be treated as a single candidate key. So these both combinedly will be treated as a key. So if this is a table, then combinedly these two will be a key, because E2 will be, that means A21 will be multiple times, A11 will be multiple times. So they are not able to uniquely identify the record. So A11 and A21 will be combinedly treated as a candidate key. Right now, see how many different relations are there. So let me write down the relations first. So I am having E1 one relation, right? And E1 I am having A11, A12. Next is R12. In R12 I am having A11, A21, where they both are key. Here A11 is key. Next is E2. In E2 A21 and A22, where A21 is key. And next is this one. So 4 tables are here, right? Now check the functional dependency. Here A11 will be defining A12, right? In R12, this A11, A21 is combinedly treated as a key, which will be determining A11 and A21. So this is a trivial functional dependency, right? So this will not violate any case. Here in E2, A21 will be defining A22 because A21 is a key, and here A31 will be determining A32 and A11. So we have to check whether this is right or not. So here this is key, so it is in 3NF satisfied here. Here this is trivial one, so trivial always satisfies the 3NF condition. Here this is a key, that means it also satisfies the 3NF condition. Now check here. In R13 I will be having A11 because it will taken from here, and A31 taken from here. Every attribute, every record of A31 is related with only one attribute of E1. That means we can say that A31 is unique. And if this A31 is unique, this A31 can be treated as a candidate key, which is done over here. That means this also satisfies the condition, right? And if this also satisfies the condition, we can say that the relation is in 3NF. This decomposition of relation is in 3NF, right? So how many tables are required? 4 tables are required. So right answer here is 4 tables. Right? I hope you got how I solved this particular question. So the right answer for this question is 4. Now let's see few more questions. So these are 2 more questions. One came in 2017, other came in 2018. Here an ER model of database consists of entity type A and B. 2 entities are given. These are connected by a relationship R, which does not have its own attribute. That means R is not having an attribute. Under which one of the following condition can the relational table of for R can be merged with A? So we have to merge R with A. So out of these 4 conditions, which one is correct? We have to find out. Relation R is one to many. Relation R is one to many. And the participation of A in R is total. So relation R is one to many, and the participation of A is total. That means it will be like this. This cannot be merged because we always merge to the many side. That means this is not the possible solution. Now second, relationship R is one to many. Relationship R is one to many. That means this is one, this is many, and the participation of A in R is partial. Here it is partial, but here also we will be merging from this particular side. So this is also not a possible solution, right? B is also not an answer. Now let's check for C. Relation R is many to one. So this one is many, and here it is B, and this one is 1, and the participation of A in R is total. So can we merge? Yes, because the relation can be merged on the many sides. So this one seems to be a possible solution, that is C. Let's check for D also. Participation relationship R is many to 1. Relationship R is many to 1, and the participation of A in R is partial. So this is same as this. Now you can see that this one also seems to be a correct solution, right? But out of these two, if you consider, this one is obviously better than this, so the final answer would be C. So C is the correct answer, right? You cannot choose the any other. If you choose this particular as an answer, the marks will be deducted. So right answer here is C, right? Now let's check for the last question. So this question came in GATE 2018, right? In an ER model, suppose R is a many to one relationship. R is what? Many to one relationship. Let me show you here. R is having many to one relationship from entity set E1 to entity set E2. So this one is E2, and the relationship is many to 1. So this one is many, this one is 1. Assume that E1 and E2 participate totally, that means there is total participation at both the end, right? And the cardinality of E1 is greater than cardinality of EV, that means number of records in E1 are more than E2, right? Now which one of the following is true about R? So every entity in E1 is associated with exactly one entity in E2. So every entity in E1 is associated with exactly one entity in E2. Yes, you can see the E1 is 1, that means every record of E1 is related with exactly one record of E2. So first one is A, seems to be the right answer. Let's check for the other one also. Some entity of E1 is associated with more than one entity in E2. So this is not possible because it is 1 over here, right? Some entity of E1, and also sum is not possible over here because all the entities will be related with E2 because of the total participation. So B is not an answer. See, every entity in E2 is associated with exactly one entity in E1. No, all the records of E2, because of this many, can relate with more than one records of E1 because many is here. So C is also not the correct answer. Option D is every entity in E2 is associated with at most one entity in E1. At most means that it would not be more than one, but here we are having many, that means it can relate with more than one. It can relate with more than one record of E1. So D is also not correct. So the final answer is A, right? So this is how you can solve these questions. These questions are very simple. And with this particular video, we are done with the ER diagram or ER model chapter in database. And in the next video, I will be starting the indexing, file organization and indexing chapter. It is an important chapter and there are so many questions which came in the past year from that particular chapter. So if you found this particular video useful, like this video, share it with your friends. And if you are having any suggestions, any feedback, just let me know your suggestions and feedback in the comment box so that I can just implement those and try to make more out of these chapters for you, right? And in case if you are having any query, any doubt related to the topic or to the preparation strategy, you can just let me know your query on my Facebook group or Facebook page. The links will be given in the description. You can check the description and connect me on Facebook via those links, right? So thank you very much for your support. Keep supporting, keep learning. Have a great day.